On board with Melanie Troxel as she gets ready to go side by side against Tim Wilkerson. Last pair, funny cars, first round at Thunder Valley. Meanwhile, at the top end, Matt Hagan thundered his way to a round win. And now you've got John Force in the next round pairing, and he will have lane choice on this hot track. How big a significance is that?
It's going to be a huge matchup for this Die-Hard funny car. You know, John's a tough competitor. I've taken a lot of notes for John, so hopefully I've jotted enough down to get around him. But I tell you what, we're glad to go out through the next round and in front of this hometown crowd. We're just going to have some great old fun out here, and hopefully at the end of the day we're holding a Wally and I can go jump back in the lake.
We enjoyed watching you and Rachel and the company. Look like you're having a great time in Boone Lake.
Having a blast. It's always good to hang out with the family.
Get wet.
Well, so he will take on John Force, and right now we'll see who will face John's daughter in the second round, Tim Wilkerson or Melanie Troxel.
Look at his record for this season. Tim Wilkerson is 10-10, ninth in the qualifying position. He did out-qualify Melanie, but not by much. Near number 8, number 9 qualifier on the line right now.
Well, Mike, for the first time since 2007, Tim Wilkerson has a new pressure plate in the clutch. That's a pretty gutsy call, considering how hot this racetrack is.
Well, and a new pressure plate, what that is, it's on the clutch assembly, and it's how it applies the pressure to the disc to make the car accelerate. And a lot of times when you go to a new one, it doesn't flex as much. So when it doesn't, a lot of times it applies the clutch earlier than it normally would. So you have to make proper adjustments to allow for that to get everything back on track.
I was surprised at how long Tim had been using that pressure plate. Long time.
500 runs, I heard.
Yep. Melanie finds herself smoking the tires. Tim Wilkerson finds himself with a win light at a 4:23, 295 miles an hour. That's low of the round.
Just a nice pass. Tim Wilkerson had the advantage off the start line, but about 1/100 of a second. You saw Melanie going to tire smoke early in the run. Let's listen. He started here one more shot to try to get the thing to hook back up, but at that point she knew she wasn't going to catch Tim Wilkerson, so she gave up the ghost.